In this episode of Talking About Orks, we're going over knobs, just plain ordinary knobs. So the knobs are movement 5, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 4 with 2 wounds, 3 attacks, 6 leadership, 4 up save, and there is a boss knob with a 7 save. Otherwise identical. And they can have ammo runs. This unit contains 1 boss knob and 4 knobs. It can include up to 5 additional knobs. Each knob and boss knob is armed with a slugger, chopper, and stick bombs. For every 5 knobs and or boss knob, you may be accompanied by 1 ammo runt, which is kind of meh. So any model will replace the slugger and chopper with items from the knobs weapon list. And for every 5 knobs and or boss knobs in unit, 1 knob may have a cyborg body. Cyborg body gives them a 6 up feel no pain, which is totally not worth it, especially since it doesn't stack or combo with Doc's tools in any way. They have Irigo, Mob, Roll, and Daka. Ammo runt. You can re-roll 1 hit for each ammo run accompanying it, each time it shoots. So it's not a once per game thing, it's each time it shoots. When rolling to wound on this, yes, these standard ammo runt rules. Keep in order, roll a d6 for each model that flees from a clan unit that is within 3 inches of any friendly clan units with this ability. When the morale test is taken on a 6, that model does not flee. So that would apply to Gretchen. If you want to keep your bots from running away on a 6, I guess. So knobs are definitely going to be a jack of all trades. So just base with slugger and chopper, they actually have 4 attacks because the chopper gives them 1 extra attack. Now, every model replaces slugger and chopper with items from the knobs weapon list. Knob weapon lists pretty much everything, every melee weapon, and then the 2 combi weapons, including the power stabber, which is only a 3-point upgrade. And I forgot to look at the stats. I grabbed the points, but not the stats. Foolish me. See, power stabber is -2, so it's basically a power sword. -2 AP, 1 damage. Strength user. So that's not a bad upgrade for 3 points, to be honest, considering you guys strength 5 with 3 attacks. So what are some cool things you can do with these guys? So the first one that comes to mind is replace the slugger with another chopper. So that's 0 points. So they're still their base 14 points. Remember, these guys do have a 4 up armor save, not a 6 up. And that gives you 5 attacks because you've got 2 choppers. And that is a pretty good investment for 0 points, to be sure. And again, they are strength 5, not strength 4, so that is a benefit. With 5 attacks each, after 14 points, that's not bad. That's just simply not that bad. You can get Warpath on them if you want to. And that's a lot of dice, to be sure. I mean, there's no AP, but it's a lot of dice. Heck, you can give them a power stabber and a chopper, so you get 4. So you can do 4 power stab attacks and 1 extra chopper attack, or 3 power stab attacks and 1 extra chopper attack for just a mere 3 points, which is, again, not a bad option. The other thing, of course, is 2 kill saws. 2 kills, so 23, bumping these guys to 37 points each. But now you're talking 4 attacks with kill saws, so they're hitting on 4s, -4 AP, 2 damage. Not, again, but that puts you only 1 point less than a Mega. Well, Mega up to 38 base, so be quite a bit. So that puts you quite a bit less than a Mega Knob with an extra inch of movement, just without the 2 up save. So definitely something to keep in mind. If you're going to run kill saws, you putting just 2 kill saws on regular knobs is significantly cheaper than 2 kill saws on Mega Knobs, and they're faster by an inch. Of course, combi weapons probably aren't worth it unless you want to do combi scorches. Combi scorches are 17, bumping these guys up to, what is that, 31 each. But you have a lot of, scorches are pretty good, of course. Strength 5 -1 AP. Great for pulling off all those shenanigans I was talking about with Burnas, just at a lot more points. Or you can put them in a warcopter and have a stupid 30-inch threat range or something like that. And unlike regular Burnas, combi scorches would actually be good against flyers. So that's a lot of points investment, but it's definitely something you can do if you need to burn something down. Or you can just give them a regular Power Claw. I mean, that's quite expensive. That bumps up to 27 points each. I'm not sure you're going to want to do that, because they don't really have a whole lot of survivability. But adding a War Banner, again, nearby would definitely be nice with the Power Claw or Kill Saws, and even with Choppas. But, you know, running these guys at 14 points each with 2 Choppas is extremely points efficient for the amount of damage they come out with. Because, again, they have that extra strength over boys. And so basically you have 2 of these equals 1 boy, which is 4 points, which is the exact same points. So these have basically the same attacks, same points and same wounds as 2 boys, but they have the extra strength and a 4-up save instead of a 6-up save. So there's keeping the Nobs with 2 Choppas is an extremely points efficient way of running them, and it can actually do quite a bit of damage, especially against anything that doesn't have a lot of armor saves. So you probably wouldn't want to do that against like a 2-up save, but just the sheer number of dice, even a 3-up save, strength 5 is going to be nice because you're going to be wounding like Marines on 3s instead of 4s. So you're going to be taking a lot more saves. So that kind of makes up for the lack of AP. But again, the Power Stabber for 17, give them a Choppa and a Power Stabber, take 3 Power Stabber attacks, 1 Choppa attack. Great use of points as well. Then you start talking about taking out heavily armored units much easier. Terminators now winning on 3s with a 4-up save. There's no complaints about that at all. But yeah, Nobs are actually pretty darn good in this edition because of that awesome ability to take just about any weapon you want. So if you want if you want some cheap, more resilient anti-infantry guys, give these guys 2 Choppas. Again, 5 Nobs is the same price as 10 boys, and can deal out at least as much damage, if not more. And have a 4-up save instead of a 6-up save. Great use of points, no doubt about it. They can also be good anti-vehicle, anti-heavy infantry, depending on how you equip them. I mean, a Power Stabber for 3 points is way points efficient for the kind of stuff you get. Strength 5, -2, 1 damage, 3 attacks. Excellent use of points. When you start getting into the Power Claws and Kill Saws, they start to get really expensive. But you know, if you need somebody to take out heavy units, vehicles and stuff, then that's probably what you want. But not necessarily something you'll always want. But it's going to be very situational in that way. Of course, you'll want to keep them in a transport or keep them in teleporta. Some way to keep them safe the first turn, and until they can get their job done. So if you do teleporter, you probably want to go Evil Sons for that extra inch of charge. Death Skulls is an excellent clan for use with the Nobs, because you're going to be small units anyway, so you're going to get that reroll to hit, especially if you're running Power Claws, because then you get to reroll the damage from the Power Claw, as well as the reroll the wound, the reroll the hit. Death Skulls, and they get up that 6-up invul save. Unit of 5 Nobs with Death Skulls is great. I think it's probably the best use of Death Skulls is on just regular Nobs, units of 5 Nobs. Excellent clan trait. Goths, of course, get those extra attacks. With 5 attacks each, you're going to be rolling a noticeable amount of 6s. Goths, again, very useful, especially probably mostly better for transporting than teleported. And I would probably avoid snake bites and freebooters and bad moons for these guys, because bad moons ain't going to do anything for you at all, because they're not going to be shooting. There's no reason to spend all those points on combi rockets and combi scorches with these guys. And they can't take custom shooters for some reason. So I mean, if you give them custom shooters with bad moons, then if you could do that, it wouldn't be too bad, because then you're talking 20 shots. But unfortunately, no such luck. So if you run Nobs before, I think the Nobs are probably better than they've been since the 4th edition Codex. The best they've been since the 4th edition Codex. Because we all know 4th edition Nobs were just stupid, especially with those old rules of wound allocation and all the shenanigans we used to be able to play. But now they're definitely coming into their own. I mean, 70 points for 25 strength 5 attacks hitting on 3s. That is extremely efficient. And they fill up an elite slot for almost no points if you're trying to make Brigade. So let me know what you think about Nobs below. I think they're pretty darn good in this edition. If you can keep them cheap enough. If you keep them cheap. You definitely need to keep them cheap. If you start piling on the extra close combat weapons, then they're going to get too expensive to be useful, but they are definitely worth their weight, I think, in this book. Said more than they've been in 10 years. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orks. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orks videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.